I'm Chris Peacock, and this is Doctor Who, Season 2, Episode 10, Love and Monsters. In the last set of episodes, we had another two-parter where the Doctor and Rose were on a planet that apparently the Devil was on as well. And whether it wasn't really the Devil, because within the Doctor Who universe, as far as I can tell, it's just a being that all the different religions that have a devil-like figure base their devil on. It is not the actual devil, assuming that religions that have a devil-like figure are real. I don't really want to talk too much about religion on the channel, one way or the other. I'm not anti-religion. I know there's people that are. I'm not anti-religion. I just don't want to get into it on a channel that isn't a religious channel. So, I'll leave that there. I did enjoy that last two-parter far more than the previous two-parter on the alternate Earth. Since watching the last episode, I have edited The Idiot's Lantern. My most recent Doctor Who activity was editing Idiot's Lantern. And I gotta say, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did when I was watching it. I still liked it, but it's kind of funny. It's like, I was sitting there as I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. This is such an improvement over the last one. And then I was editing it, and I was like, this was okay. I think the main reason I enjoyed The Idiot's Lantern as much as I did was I didn't like the two before it. I mean, I didn't hate them. I shouldn't say I didn't like. There's plenty of things that I've seen that I haven't liked. The worst episode I've seen of Doctor Who so far has been better than I didn't like level. Comparatively. Comparatively, I didn't like them. Well, anyway. I was actually talking about The Idiot's Lantern, not those two. I think my main thing with that one was I did think it was a step up from them, and I just really liked Rose and the Doctor's interaction with the dad. And if you remove Rose and the Doctor's, and you can't remove Rose and the Doctor, but if you remove the scenes of them with the dad where they're messing with him, if you remove those scenes and have the rest of the plot pretty much the same, I probably would have liked it less than what were those called? Age of Steel and Rise of the Cybermen. Not in that order. Yeah, I probably would have liked those better than The Idiot's Lantern, but just because of those scenes with the Doctor and Rose messing with the dad, it rose up above. I'm talking more about 2 episodes ago than I am 1 episode ago, but it's more recent in my head because it's what I just edited. So, yeah. Let's get into Love and Monsters, which I did see a screenshot when I was loading up the video of a really weird looking thing that I'm assuming is like the monster. And when we get to it, I just heard, just a sec. The speakers on the other computer, every once in a while they make a little noise. Anyway, I just heard, no, not heard. Okay, when we get to it, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. When we get to it, I'm going to point out something that'll be a spoiler for another show, and I will warn, but just the little screenshot, and maybe when I see it bigger, it won't be this way, but just the little screenshot looked exactly like something from another show, and I will say what when we get to it, even if it doesn't look anything like it. Anyway, let's get into it right now. Okay, there's the TARDIS. Didn't the Doctor say in an earlier episode that people are just supposed to walk by the TARDIS, not notice it, even if it doesn't fit where it is? This guy gonna get killed?
That's what it did. It went. And if If you think that was the most exciting day of my life, wait till you hear the rest.
So in the beginning of the episode, he looked like he was running away from something. But I don't think he was. And at the same time, I don't think he knew what he was running to. So why were you running at all?
Hey boy, eat the food. Come on. Look at the lovely food. Isn't it nice? Isn't it? Yes, it is. Get out of here, quickly. That's a boy. Who's that like a funky choppy then? I said run! You made it worse!
Is this whole episode going to be from this guy's point of view? Because if so, sure, I'm in.
Hold on. Don't I know you?
That wasn't the first time I met the Doctor. And it certainly wasn't the last. Oh no. I just put that bit at the beginning because it's a brilliant opening. But this is the story of me and my encounters with alien life forms.
So he did know he was running towards something. That part is answered. I like these kinds of episodes. I'm not going to list any examples from other shows. I did say I would have a show spoiler in here for a different show, but this isn't it. I do like these kinds of episodes when they come up. The third-party perspective episodes, I'll call them. There probably is an official name for them. That probably isn't it. But yes, I do like these kinds of episodes. Usually. We'll see how I like this one. My only real question is, wouldn't this guy just come off as a crazy person? I'm not really asking you guys, I'm just asking the Void. I kind of hope not. I feel bad for him because he's not crazy. He might be a little eccentric, but...
And Ursula Blake, on my brand new camera. That was my family home, down there.
Not a very good camera.
I did try, but there's 2 women live there now. They're a bit severe. So never mind. I must have been 3 or 4 years old. Middle of the night, I went downstairs, and there was this man.
Two years ago, I was in town.
2
I
years.
was stocking up, nothing special, all the usual stuff.
Oh!
When all of a sudden...
Yeah.
I survived.
Yay.
Obviously. 12 months later, I'm back in town. I'm up west, looking for a new suit, something nice and smart, when I hear this plane overhead.
Alright, yeah.
Then, Christmas Day. I'm in bed, fast asleep, nice and cozy, 7:45 in the morning, when all of a sudden... That's how I met Ursula.
His name is the Doctor.
That's how I met Victor Kennedy.
You stupid man!
That's how I met Jackie Tyler.
Oh, you don't meet many Eltons.
And that's how I finally met the Doctor. And realised the truth.
Go back to Ursula.
His name is the Doctor.
That is... Oh, man. I don't want to spoil other things. Anyone who knows would know who I recognize her as. And anyone who doesn't probably doesn't care.
Doctor what?
That's all anyone knows.
I've never
Christmas
seen
Day,
you in
I was
anything
taking
else
photos all over
that I
the
know
place.
of.
I went mad with it all.
So that's how I met Ursula. All thanks to the Doctor. Turns out we read all the same sites and she only lived half a mile away. She was like a proper mate. Poor Ursula.
Oh, what happened?
But like Mr. Skinner, first name Colin, but we always called him Mr. Skinner. I don't know why, we just did. Then there was Bridget.
Now, all these different doctors come and go, but the single constant factor is this faux police box. It keeps cropping up throughout history.
Bliss.
What I'm trying to do is sum up the Doctor, what he means to us.
She was ever so sweet, Bliss. Bless Bliss, we used to say.
Everyone's
What he
saying,
could
he's saying was
represent.
about all these people. Are they all
He
dead?
should
I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key.
Then it turned out that Bridget could play the piano, and I confessed my love of ELO. Next thing you know, musical Linda.
Now you're banned.
And that's when it all changed. That Tuesday night in March. That's when he arrived.
Okay.
Using the Torchwood files, we're able to look at all the old databases in a completely new light. We're able to build up a more
do you have
detailed
Torchwood
profile
files?
of the Doctor. Bliss? It is Bliss, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes. Could I have a word with you in private, please?
of course you can, yeah.
Okay, Bliss is dead.
I never thought of it as work.
It's what we've always wanted, though, to find the Doctor.
Yeah, I suppose.
All of a sudden, without anyone saying so, we were working for Victor Kennedy. And we had to admit, he was...
Police box, newly arrived. This is newly arrived today. It's in Woolwich. We don't understand that. Move, go!
But don't get excited, that's where you came in. Woolwich, police box...
Okay, so you
Red
did
bucket,
know
blue
it was-
bucket.
Can use this.
Use that cane on him and you'll get one hell of a smack off me!
And then a good kick. Is that completely understood, Mr. Kennedy?
Duly noted. Then we need to try and find her.
Now, when it comes to Doctor's companion, the Torchwood files are strangely lacking. Seems the evidence has been corrupted. Something called bad wolf virus. Next, we've got these photographs.
The impossible task. To scour the mean streets, to search a major capital city for an unknown girl, to hunt down that face in a seething metropolis of lost souls.
You're gonna find her in like 10
to find
seconds.
that one girl in 10 million.
Oh, that's Rose Tyler.
Okay,
She lives
good
just
enough.
down there, back of house number 48.
Step 1. Engage your target. Find some excuse to start a conversation. But how was I gonna do this? How?
Excuse me, love, you couldn't give us a quid for 250s, could you?
Yeah, just,
Oh, lovely. My name's Jackie.
She's doing it all for you.
Elton.
Oh, you don't meet many Eltons, do you? Mind you, I'm only down here because my washing machine's knackered. I don't suppose you're any good at fixing things, are you?
here we are.
It was a fuse.
This guy didn't do anything. Well, he did fix the washing machine.
It's a nice name. Rose. So where's she travelling is?
All over. She's got a mobile. I get a call now and then, not as often as I'd like.
Magnificent! Oh, I could kiss you. Except I can't, of course, you eczema.
I've even got a picture of her on my phone.
Oh, it's amazing. You've achieved steps 1 to 4 in precise order. How did you manage it?
Well, I had to work very hard. She keeps everything very close to her chest.
Oh, yeah.
Hell of a chest.
Oh, Bridget. Bridget, oh, yes. Could I have a word with you in private, please?
I can understand after Bliss that they wouldn't suspect anything. But that's 2 in a row now. They're not gonna suspect anything? Really?
The amount of things that needed doing. It's like that flat was jinxed.
It's weird, these fuses. They keep on blowing.
Nice music.
Il Divo.
Yeah.
You were saying power surges.
From the substation, yeah.
Is that why it gets so hot in here?
Is it hot?
Oh, I think so. You should take your jacket off.
No, why not? Just...
Oh, look, you must be boiling. Oh, look at your shirt. Sorry.
Oh, subtle.
And there I was. The ultimate step 5. The perfect infiltration.
Okay, you're into it.
Target.
If you're into it, fine.
I don't know where she is. Anything could be happening to her, anything. And I just go a bit mad. Put your shirt back on.
That's when I realised what was really important. Never mind about Rose. I'm not even going to ask. And I will put my shirt back on. Because I'm going to go out and get us both a pizza. Because I reckon you need cheering up. I'd got so lost in conspiracies and aliens and targets, I'd been missing the obvious.
Did you get 2 pizzas?
'Cause I did like
for just the
Jackie,
2 of you?
But I like someone else even more.
Yay! So, how long before she dies?
I went in your coat. For once in my life, I thought, I'll pay. I thought he's such a nice man, he won't accept anything, so I'll just slip a tenner in his pocket. And look what I found. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that I will never let her down. And I'll protect them both until the end of my life. So whatever you want, I'm warning you, back off.
But Jackie, I only wanted to meet him.
I thought you liked me.
I do.
Just get out of here! I said get out!
You stupid little man, you failed step 5.
I don't care about step 5! Because it's all gone wrong, Mr. Kennedy, ever since you turned up. We used to come here every week, and we'd have a laugh. We were friends. No wonder they stopped coming. I mean, there's no Bliss anymore, and even Bridget, she hasn't turned up. You're coming with me, and we're going to the Golden Locust, and we're going to have a Chinese.
What's that got to do with it?
I mean, you and me, together, having a meal.
You'll never know what he was doing in your house all those years ago.
No, I'll never know. Mr. Skinner, are you coming? Not to the Chinese, if you don't mind. Just sort of walking out.
I certainly am.
Not the Chinese.
Would you stay for a minute, please?
We're walking out.
I've got numbers for Bridget. I've kept records. I've got old numbers. You can track her down.
Well, Mr. Skinner's gone. Goodbye,
Just
Mr.
come a
Skinner.
little closer.
Crispy aromatic.
How come they never
I
hear?
have my phone.
Really?
Yeah. It's not in my pocket. Where's Mr. Skinner?
He's gone to the toilet.
But we haven't got toilets.
Help me.
Oh, he's still alive.
You've dabbled with aliens. Now meet the genuine article.
Okay. This might not be the screenshot I saw, but it's at least close enough. I kind of figured he was the screenshot. That I just figured. So anyway, when it was smaller, he looked more like what I'm about to say than he does now. But, spoiler for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He looks an awful lot like Balthazar. Not exact. Balthazar was bigger and uglier, but this guy's still pretty ugly. That was rude. I'm sorry, sir. You're not ugly. I guess. I don't know. I'd need to see more examples of your species. I don't know if it's possible to save Mr. Skinner at this point, but considering the fact that Ursula's going to die because he spoke about her in the past tense, I'm going to assume Mr. Skinner is also already beyond the point of saving.
I've absorbed him.
Colin, is that you?
Oh, there's...
Colin!
Bridget, my love.
Oh my God.
They're still alive?
Bridget.
Colin, where are you?
I'm here, Bridget. It's all right.
Let them go.
I'm ordering you. Let those people go.
Oh, but the taste so sweet. Just think about the doctor. Oh, how will he taste? All that experience, all that knowledge. Oh, no, please don't hit me. Look at me, I'm such a slow and clumsy beast. Please don't hit me.
Well then, give them back.
What? You mean like this? Just one touch. That's all it takes.
Don't touch me. Oh, Elf. I'm so sorry. You can't touch me. Hush up.
I think this is all going to turn out fine. I think all of them are going to be back by the end of the story.
Now I've been absorbed. I can read his thoughts. Oh my God, Elton, you're next. Get out of here. Now you've seen him, he can't let you go. Just run!
Can't anyone see you now? Okay, here comes the doctor.
Someone wants a word with you.
You upset my mum.
Great big absorbing creature from outer space, and you're having a go at me.
No one upsets my mum.
At last, the greatest feast of all, the Doctor. You'll surrender yourself to me, Doctor, or this one dies. You see, I've read about you, Doctor. I've studied you. So passionate, so sweet. You wouldn't let an innocent man die.
What do you want?
He'll die, Doctor.
Come on then. The others might have something to say.
Others?
He's right. The doctor's right. We can't let him. Oh, Mr. Skinner. Bridget. Pull.
No!
For God's sake, pull. If it's the last thing we ever do. Elton, the cane. Break it.
My kid! You stupid bastard!
Aw. I thought this one was going to have an Everyone Lives ending.
Who was she?
That was Ursula.
You don't remember, do you?
And then he explained. That night,
Oh yeah, I
all
forgot.
those years ago.
I do want to know.
An elemental shade had escaped from the Howling Halls. I stopped it, but I wasn't in time to save her.
Because that was the night my mother died. You know, Stephen King said once, he said, salvation and damnation are the same thing. Because the doctor might be wonderful, but thinking back, I was having such a special time. Just for a bit.
Yeah.
I had this nice little gang. And they were destroyed. Maybe that's what happens if you touch the doctor. Even for a second. I keep thinking of Rose and Jackie. And how much longer before they pay the price.
I can key into the absorption matrix and separate the last victim. It's too late for total reconstruction, but...
That's weird.
Could be worse. At least I'll never age. And it really is quite peaceful. You'd be surprised.
They tell you it's all grow up. Get a job. Get married. Get a house. Have a kid, and that's it. The world is so much stranger than that. It's so much darker. And so much madder. And so much better.
Well, that was Love and Monsters. That was the most out there episode so far in this series, which is not a complaint. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I'm not sure how it will compare when I've had more time to reflect on it, but at the moment I enjoyed it quite a bit. We'll see when I'm editing if that holds true. Like it didn't quite for the Idiot's Lantern. That was weird, but good weird indeed. So I'm starting to get the hiccups. So I'm going to stop before they become a problem. Hopefully you enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode.